I'm Bernard Johnson, independent researcher, and I tried to move around the world to enlighten Black people of the times ahead and what's about to go down. And we got to push the Black manhood down this thing because this Black feminist thing, daggone, getting real sickening right now, man. So, but I am glad to interview somebody from my city once for the first time.
You know me,
That's
man.
good.
I'm gonna be myself, bro. You know one thing about me, I'm gonna be myself. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be comfortable being myself. So you know what I'm saying? Whatever you wanna ask me, bro, I'm gonna answer. Vice versa. You know how we do.
All right. Well, let me ask you something. Talk about your Richmond stuff you've been doing because you done interviewed everybody from LeVar Stoney to shoot, you done interviewed everybody, man, in the Richmond circuit almost.
I didn't interview everybody because you remember we live in a colonized state, so there's a lot of funny business going on down here. So I didn't interview everybody. You know,
Okay.
but go ahead.
Well, I mean, the interview with that you had with him, it seemed like he was double talking you. So I just wanted to know how it went.
I'm glad you said that too, brother Bernard. When I did that interview with, Ben Stone, it's probably like a 10-minute interview. You know what I'm saying? The purpose of me interviewing Stoney was about the African burial ground, you know what I'm saying, down Shockoe Bottom. You know what I'm saying, where our ancestors were shipped and sold off at. You know, is a lot of people around here, man, from different organizations, they trying to help get a memorial park for our ancestors. Memorial park for the burial ground. So my whole thing was asking them was when was we going to get that? Is we gonna ever receive that? So this was when he was in his first term now. Now he's going into it, he's going into his second term now. He said that in his first term that he was going to do that and he didn't do it. So now he got a second term. You know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be no excuse on this go around that we shouldn't see something memorialized about our ancestors down Shockoe Bottom. You know, I really feel like, man, that's important because, and a lot of people talk about revenue and all that. I feel like it will bring a lot of revenue to the city because this is a historical city, first of all. So when people come to Richmond, they do a lot of tours and history. Why not do a tour down the African burial ground where we could have everything set up like a museum or something to let people know that our ancestors were shipped and sold off here, right down Shockoe Bottom, where everybody go party at.
Mm. Well, let me say something about that. About the commercial part of it. Yeah.
Now remember. Hold on. Now remember. Like 4 or 5 years back, when Dwight Jones was the mayor, he tried to build a baseball stadium. Remember?
That's right.
He tried to build a base. It didn't go through, but he tried to though build a baseball stadium down there. So that didn't go through.
Well, that's because you and Maurice and all them guys fought that, right?
yeah. I feel like I helped play the part, for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of other people around the city,
Yeah, okay, because you're talking about a museum and commercializing. And when I was in Memphis, Tennessee, when you start to commercialize things, you get a lot of white and Jewish entities trying to take it over. So if you're gonna daggone do it, you got to prevent them from coming in the door, or they're gonna take over the organization. You know something? As a matter of fact, when I was walking down the street a couple of days ago to Rosie's, and I had my nephew with me, and we was walking, and the guy came to me. My nephew was talking about the election results, and the guy said, "No, a lot of things still going on. They watermarked them ballots, and they're trying to create a civil war because they're saying that they're going to like yesterday they trumped over North Carolina, Alaska, and they're recounting in certain states, but he actually said that they're going to try to overturn this and go to a civil war type state. But the main thing that came out was he asked my nephew, "Why do you have a Black Lives Matter shirt on? You need to take it off because it will make you a mocked man if you have it." So that's what I'm talking about.
Hold on. The white guy said that?
This is a black guy.
A black guy said that?
Yeah, and I didn't even know him. So he let him know you really shouldn't be wearing that shirt out there but you'll be tied to a certain entity. And as you know, Black Lives Matter is a Jewish, white, I mean, basically almost like it's a Marxist group, but they also got ties where they actually will go in and tell you if you don't put this in your window, we'll shut you down.
Yeah.
So, so he was just letting them know that you shouldn't be wearing that out like this because you could actually be put a target on your back, whether you know it or not. So the same thing with the co-opting organization. What you talking about with the African burial ground, you can't, if you want to do it, make sure that rerunning the whole thing, because white people will come in there and say, "Oh, I want to come to African burial ground too." I mean, I haven't been to Smithsonian.
Now, hold on. You right. White people have been at that. That's who you basically see on the slave trail and at the African burial ground is white people. Yeah, you correct on that. You correct that. Yes, there you right.
So
right. That's why I feel like, you know, I want the youth to get more involved. Far as with, I want our people to know about when our ancestors got dropped off here. With, you know what I'm saying, where we were at, because like I said, they use Shockoe Bottom for a partying area a lot. You know what I'm saying? And we were beaten, whipped, shipped, and sold down that area. You know what I mean? And we have nothing to really, you know, if you're not from here, you know, so you probably would never know. You know what I mean? Like the area about that. Now we got the Gabriel Gallows and you know all that, but I'm saying a lot of people don't know nothing about that though. So you know that's what we came in that far as with me asking the mayor about that, about building a memorial park. This is something, man, that can show, you know, that the history of how our ancestors came here. You know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I understand. And like it's another museum actually that's going on.
Man, cause look, New York City has an African burial ground. They memorialize their ancestors down New York City. You know what I mean? Like with a museum and, you know, like different things like that. So I was just saying, Virginia, we are one of the first. You know what I'm saying? We are one of the first slave states, Virginia, and I feel like, you know, we are the reason why we got this bottled up energy, man. Like we so suppressed down here. You know, we call it for one, we're colonized. We're very colonized down here. Very.
Yeah, I see
very,
it.
You know, very. I mean, you know, so it's just, you know, that's the whole thing right now, man. You know, as far as with my platform and what I got going on, like far as with me interviewing people, you know, I do skits. I like to, you know, do tell jokes, do skits. I also like to interview people. I like to talk about a lot of history of where I'm from. You know, so that's what I'm trying to really do with my platform. So on this second term that LeVar Stone got, it shouldn't even be, you know, we shouldn't even have to question, is you going to do it? He should be able to come up with something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it has to be a museum or nothing. There's something to let, you know, as far as memorializing it. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I understand. That makes sense. But yeah, like you just told me that you got white people down there, right?
Man,
Yeah,
white people know more about our history down here than a lot of our own people. That's when I used
yeah.
to go down to African burial ground. That's all I used to see down there was a lot of white people soaking our history up, soaking it up. You know, so you know,
Yeah,
and you know, see, they be intrigued. See, a lot of white people be intrigued by, oh, they came here. They had a slave trail. You know, they walked the whole slave trail, and you know, so they be intrigued by our history of how our ancestors got dropped off here and different things like that.
yeah, but here's the thing though, is I know some people that probably about 4 or 5 people that told me they've been at Smithsonian Museum, right? Have you been there?
You talking about
You
DC?
been there? Yeah.
To the DC what? I haven't been there yet.
Okay. Well, a lot of people talk about how they co-opted and it's like a fun time, and you know, how it doesn't feel like, you know, you get that urgency, like you're supposed to be mad. If you talking about you was a slave, you're supposed to be mad, man, but they don't they feel like they go for a good time. As a matter of fact, white people go there. So even when they go to these things, it's not the same thing because they go in there like they in Candyland.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, basically. Yeah.
yeah, they can go because they in Candyland because they were the victors of that. But at the same time, you can't be going like you in Candyland.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I agree with it. I agree with that.
So I gotta ask you some questions about your experiences in Richmond since you've been here all your life, and you
Go ahead, man. Break it down. Go ahead.
not about you, the K.Kinte.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay,
I'm listening.
like you interviewed the guy, our brother Carter from the basketball camp. You done interviewed what's the other guy name? Reese. You done interviewed people from Florida. You didn't get Umar Johnson when he was down here at the African Burial Ground probably about 4 months ago. But
I missed that though. Actually, I was at the Nat Turner. I was at the Nat Turner 2 years ago. I was at the Nat Turner Festival down Cortland, Virginia. You know what I'm saying? So I got to interview a lot of Nat Turner people, you know what I'm saying, relatives. I got to interview. Actually, Umar Johnson was there, but he was there the day before. I had came that Sunday. Umar was there that Saturday. So I was looking to try to get an interview with brother Umar Johnson. You know, I'm pretty sure that time will come, you know, once it come. But yeah, it was a lot of other people. I got an interview with Dr. Eileen Bay. That's on my comedy page. I interviewed Dr. Eileen Bay about, spiritual things, like, you know what I'm saying, like far as with spiritual baths, you know what I'm saying, you take and stuff like that. So, you know, I interviewed Dr. Eileen Bay on your chakra system. We was talking about on, you know, how to eat to live, stuff like that, man, you know.
Well, you as I said, that's interesting.
Like when I meet females and like when I talk to people, I don't even bring up the two topics, religion and politics. I don't bring them up because people not ready. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about the truth, when we talk about that, then I had this, I'm gonna tell you this other thing. I had this other girl, right? She said, you know, I be looking at your videos and you got some nice videos and stuff, but you be joking on Jesus all the time. You be like, look. You be joking on Jesus. What you got against Christianity? What you got? So, you know, I told her, like, I was raised up in the church. I said, I'm not into it no more. I'm spiritual. I said, but what you mean what I got against it? I said, so in 2020, you still believe somebody coming out the sky to save you? Or do you believe you got to save yourself? I said, now let me know. I said, let me know, please. Let me know. What is the problem with that? See, this why Virginia plays a key part around the world in colonizing the mind. When we got out them boats down Shako Bottom and they put that King James version of the Bible, remember King James River. Remember this shit?
Slave trader.
King James River, all this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't subscribe to the white man's version.
I don't either.
As a matter of fact, but let me say something though. Let me say this something. In light of all that, let me say something. One part of that Christianity, I ain't saying I agree with it, but I sent you that text today about that Target boycott, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to a friend of mine about Chick-fil-A, right? Chick-fil-A told the Salvation Army, we're not gonna let you, we're not gonna sponsor you no more because you support the gay agenda. Chick-fil-A still get plenty of business, right?
Yeah.
Target got a boycott, but this is what happened. I was in the Virginia Health Department, and they actually sat right there. And I went to saw a unisex bathroom. I had to go to the bathroom. I had to piss like a racehorse. Man, I said, I will not go in this bathroom if it's unisex. I will not do it, and I'm not gonna subscribe to this foolishness. If you got a bathroom where you saying it's all right for transgenders to go in there, fuck your bathroom.
But that's what I'm saying too. Even in the Bible, it says, I think it's Exodus, or I'm not sure, but it's in one of these chapters, verses, or whatever. Slaves, obey your master. So
that's right.
So who wrote that Bible? What master was they talking about when they say slaves, obey your master? Come on, man. Like, it's 2020 now, man.
So I don't agree with almost anything, but that part don't go.
And you know, and see, this is the thing too. Like with me, I'm not trying to push my of what I believe on someone else. It's just about when people come at me and ask me, what's your views or how you view? I'm telling you my views and you can't handle my views. Let me tell you something, like, cause this girl, right? Girl got mad at me, right? You know what I'm saying, brother Bernard? She said,
Yep.
hey, did you vote? I said, no, I didn't. So she looked at me like this, brother Bernard. She like, you ain't vote and you goddamn talk all that conscious shit and black power and this and that, and you ain't voting. Your ancestors died so you could vote? Huh. I said, ho. First of all, my ancestors didn't die so I could vote. My ancestors died so I could be self-sufficient.
That's right.
Self-sufficient. My ancestors died so we can have our own. Why if we had Black Wall Street, why we ain't vote for that? Why we ain't vote for goddamn Black Wall Street? We ain't vote for Black Wall Street. We had that. See, that voting shit came in with integration.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying? All that, you know what I mean? Let's sit up the front of the bus. Let's drink out the same water fountain with them. You know what I'm saying? Accent again. And you know, Dr. King, and I love Dr. King. But Dr. King realized that towards coming down to the end. When
That's
he
right.
said, I believe I integrated
into
a burning house. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just saying, like, we gotta sit back and think about stuff like that, because we worried about, like you said, we worried about voting, and we worried about all this. And trust me, I'm not knocking nobody who do vote, because it is your right. You do have a right to. I'm not knocking it. But when it come to me, don't, you know what I mean? You got motherfuckers that just started voting thinking they did community work. Yeah. And you ain't never see them out here. Well, Bernard, I've never seen these. Oh, I seen so many goddamn activists and civil rights leaders come out.
No.
I've never seen these niggas in the community.
No. Wait a minute. Most of them you talking about activists, right? The word act is actor. You know,
actor,
right? So acting. Yeah, a lot of them acting.
Like, I never seen so many, bro. Like, at this point, this time of the year, everybody, you vote. So if you voted, you did community work. That's what's up. Okay, so you never was in the community, so it gives you a right to say, I voted and I did more work than you. I don't agree with that.
Let me say something to you.
I don't agree with that.
I don't know who the sister is, right? But
I mean, it was just, you know, a sister that said that, and I said, that's your opinion, and I'm not mad at you. It's okay. But don't come at me. Don't come at me with that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I got proof of the shit. I'm outside. I'm active of what I do. I don't see y'all motherfuckers. Y'all just vote. Oh, I voted. Yeah, I did community work. I'm gonna give me a medal now. You ain't do nothing. You ain't vote. Look. Then they got the right to say. Then they say this. You can't say nothing. I said, who the fuck you think you are? Why I can't say nothing?
I get to actually be honest with you. I get to say more, because one thing about it,
we pay taxes on this bitch too. Don't it? Can't we say something, brother?
One thing about it, and people get mad with you because the cancel culture is real,
man.
But
I just learned, especially in this year, man. This year right here, 2020, man. I seen a lot of people lose friendships over, like, relationships over nonsense, man. Over topics of people might don't agree with or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, man, what's your view is your view. That don't make me not like you. You know, that don't make me not like you. That's your view.
Look. I'm gonna give you one more example that happened. This just happened yesterday. Okay, so I was talking to a friend, and the guy said something. One of my other friends said something about Biden online, right? He comes up and he says, "Yeah, Gavin, that's right. Zbigniew Brzezinski, that's right." But he actually sat there and said that congratulations, Biden, or something. And the other guy told him, "What, you a faggot or something?" And he said, "No, why you complaining about sexuality?" Because he was like, he supports Black Lives Matter and the agenda. And they got into a little whip on Facebook, right? So I thought I'd say, should I bridge in? But I would say, no. Look, I'm gonna tell you something, brother Kinte. It ain't no need to be apologetic no more.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Stand up and you stand strong. And I just want you to know that this thing, you got to battle these demons, man, because these are practicing Satanists, man.
Oh, and you are so right. you so man, we battle a lot of demonic spirits, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, this my thing with my people though, right? This my thing with my people. We can't fall for Trump. We can't fall for Biden. We can't fall for nobody but ourselves. That's
right.
my whole thing. My people, I feel like this. This is my opinion. What if all people, especially black people, what if we didn't go to work? What if we went on strike for a month or whatever? What if we did that? You know, to see, people don't realize the power of, even when the Black Panther said, all power to the people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's us. All power to the people.
Yeah.
We have the power inside our hands, but we so worried about, man, what they gonna do for us, man? Is they gonna do that for us? No, they not. They not.
I don't need them. Well, look, one thing about it, if you actually, let me say something to you. Look, I'm gonna tell you something, brother Kinte. It ain't no need to be apologetic no more.
Oh
you
yeah.
Stand up and you stand strong. And I just want you to know that this thing, you got to battle these demons, man. Because these are, let me tell you, these are practicing Satanists, man.
Oh, and you are so right. You so, man, we battle a lot of demonic spirits, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, this my thing with my people though, right? This my thing with my people. We can't fall for Trump. We can't fall for Biden. We can't fall for nobody but ourselves. You know, to see, people don't realize the power of, even when the Black Panther said, all power to the people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's us. All power to the people.
But I do want to say, the word is separation or death. Separate from these deaf demons, these deaf merchants. Look.
That's true. That's true.
Don't go in their stores or anything. Go, if you got to drive a block to go to a black store, do it. Unless it's something you need that we don't have.
Even the message of that, and you know what's coming around next week or week after next. You already know what's coming around.
What, Thanksgiving?
What's after that?
Christmas.
No, what's after Thanksgiving?
Black Friday.
Boom. You know what's coming around.
Well, I don't.
You
like
know,
I said,
you know what's coming around.
Like I said, I don't need. You know, I got a couple of friends. I just want to bring some women friends. You know, they'll say, "What you want for your birthday? What do you want for Christmas?" It doesn't matter to me. I mean, I try to turn down gifts all the time, but then I have other friends tell me, "No, don't do that to people because it make people feel bad." But I be wanting to turn down gifts. I don't tell you. Sometimes people that gave me gifts, and I done gave a gift to somebody else to avoid taking it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want nothing to do with it. But that's just me. I'm sorry people look at me as a weirdo, but that's just my mentality. That's how I am. So I'm sorry about it.
That's you, bro.
I'm not sorry, but I do, feel bad for the people who don't like the way I'm stance, because that's how you got to be with it. Yeah. So it's kind of, but I do appreciate you. And hey man, don't forget if you get him again, hey man, don't stop with Chairman Fred. One time, get him again if you can, sir. Yes, and I just want you to take your time and be blessed, brother.
All right, man.
Power to the people, and also you're one of my Richmond brothers, so I'm glad that you're in my state, because the ignorance that we have in this state is very lacking, and it's very hard with a lot of people.
Oh man, you already
in this city.
So,
if I can find 5 woke people that really know what's going on, I probably could. That'd be good enough to last me a lifetime. But love that we was able to get something done finally. I've been waiting 3 months.
I know, man. I know.
But, I was the people, and also you're one of my Richmond brothers, so I'm glad that you're in my state, because the ignorance that we have in this state is very lacking, and it's very hard with a lot of people.
Oh man, you already
in this city. If I can find 5 woke people that really know what's going on, I probably could. That'd be good enough to last me a lifetime. But I love you and be blessed, bro.
You too, bro.